for another episode of the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a show made by 12s from around the world for 12s from around the world. I'm Mosette, and here's your host and my dad, the self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity.
Yes, this is your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity, and welcome once again to another wonderful edition of the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, episode 1204, as we get ready to see the Seahawks take on those Denver Broncos to start the season. So, do yourself a favor, put your tray table up, put your seat back in the full upright position, grab a desired sin or beverage of your choice, keep your arms and legs inside the podcast at all times, and what can I tell you, from here on out, it's for realsies. So, we have quite a posse gathered for this first show back. Over there is Little Mo. Hi, Little Mo, my son.
How's it going?
Good. What's up? Not you.
Chilling.
You're just chilling?
I'm here.
Best color man in the league for nothing.
Welcome. We're so excited about the season, he can't stand it. Another guy more excited that he can't stand is Dustin. Hi, Dustin.
Hey, you're right. He can't stand it. He's got to lay down. He's so excited. He's about to faint.
He's getting verklempt. He's getting verklempt. What about you, Dustin? You getting verklempt?
Words. I don't know what it means. So
Shocker.
possibly.
That's a shock. I bet you can't spell it either, but we won't go into that. Or pronounce it if I gave
It
it
would
to
be
you.
a medical word that I might know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Like what was our word last year? The rip of the perineal.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounded horrible.
Yeah, it's not awful.
Yeah.
Someone who helped us pronounce that was Will. Hi, Will. How you been?
Speaking of sounding awful, hi Moses. I'm doing okay.
Oh man.
First round draft pick here, ready to go.
Oh, he's a big sweetie.
She looked
I
really
am
happy to be
Not
here.
happy. She's about as happy as little Mo is to be here, actually. But
Well, she's not being fed.
that's what it is.
You asshole.
It's just completely on fire.
The nerve. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we got a really stacked show here going to the start of the season. So let's get to it and let's talk about how this show is going to be run.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, the 12-Man Fan Jam Show format. This show's run just like a real NFL game. We have 4 quarters and a halftime. The first quarter, we're going to make our mind-blowing predictions for this season. Get ready for that. We're getting ready. We've had preseason. Now we're getting ready for the season. And we're going to blow your mind with some predictions that are going to maybe happen, but probably won't. In the second quarter, we're going to talk about our Posse Prediction Challenge. We do game balls and predictions and prognostications every week. And we have a little friendly competition with some other people. So we'll talk a little bit about who they are and what those rules will be for that competition, which will the scores in normal weeks will come out.
It's actually life or death.
It is very
It's
important.
not friendly.
It is
Yeah.
No, not at all. We don't like them at all.
Mm-hmm.
No. Screw
no.
those guys.
Yeah. Halftime is the best Seahawk themed trivia game on the internet. 12-Man Fan Jam Show. Halftime trivia
Of the world.
of the world. And I don't know who won last week. Was it Matt?
Nope.
Matt,
Definitely
even though
me. It was definitely me.
Oh, it's definitely
I
you.
know.
Okay.
I know it wasn't Matt.
Matt's not here, by the way. We'd like to share Matt is opening a bridge. He'll talk about that later. I don't know. They do
Turning
weird
on a
things.
bridge.
Yeah, the bridge is very happy to see him.
He was.
In
Yeah,
addition to
he
that,
was
the outfit he was wearing, outfit he was wearing was inspired by early 90s fanny packs. So that
and
was
also
fun.
the village people. But
Yes.
And then he asked you for your social security
yeah, he asked me for my social security number. I'm not doing
number and all that. It was weird.
the second half, we're going to get right down
On
to
WhatsApp.
business with the Broncos. We're going to have an injury report. Matt is going to give us a fashion and weather report. Statsman Mark is going to give us his predictions for games. And, of course, a sermon of Seahawk positivity from the Reverend Moses coming up at the end of the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, we have a couple new things. I have one new thing I'm going to do. I'm going to eat a pizza. I'll explain that fourth quarter. And then after that, Little Mo will do his.
That's not a new thing for you.
That's not a new thing for me. Madden, he'll do his Madden game. He ran a Madden game. He's going to tell us how that went in a simulation, so to speak. And then we'll give you our predictions, our game balls, and our prognostications for that game between your Seahawks and the Broncos. It's coming up. We'll remind you that we are on social media throughout the interwebs. You can find us on X, or if you like to call it Twitter, at 12 Man Fan Jam Show. You can find us on TikTok. Some videos we're putting there on 12 Man Fan Jam Show. Some outtakes, some clips, some fun stuff we're trying to put on there once in a while. Please join our group on Facebook. It is the 12 Man Fan Jam Show. We do game day threads every game day. We get on and we have a lot of fun watching the game and commenting at the same time. There's some polls, some fun on there, some pictures, other fun stuff. So, and then of course you can email us at 12manfanjamshow@gmail.com. And of course, you're listening and watching us on the YouTube channel, Seahawk Positivity. Now, before we go on to the mind-blowing predictions, I happened to come up with an interesting thing that I'd like to share with you all on the first edition this year of a top three. Yes, a top three. Every once in a while, I'll come up with some topics for a top three. And this one I thought was kind of fitting before we start the season. This is the top three items left by Pete Carroll in the coach's office. Now, when you move and you move rooms, or you get out of an office, or you switch offices, or you move, you're bound to leave something behind. And Coach Mike McDonald found this stuff that Pete left behind. So I thought I'd share with you the top three items that Pete left behind in the coach's office. Number 3 is 3 crates of Hubba Bubba chewing gum, which that makes sense. And I think they were like,
Yeah, that was on
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, huge crates. Number 2, I thought this was interesting. This explains a lot. The DVD box set of Richard Simmons' Sweating to the Oldies, which explains a lot about Pete, if you think about it. But the number 1 item left by Pete Carroll in the coach's office was a tear-stained autograph picture of Russell Wilson.
Aww. He's staring at it like that Wolverine meme in the picture.
Sad but true. So we wish Pete the best,
someone
of
else
course.
actually.
Wolverine or Pete Carroll?
Both.
We wish them both the best. But all right, now it's time to go to our mind-blowing predictions for the 2024 season.
You're blowing my mind.
All right, our mind-blowing predictions for the 2024 Seahawks season. We want to take some of the Seahawks are going to achieve in some way, in a good way, we hope. And we want to blow your mind with those predictions. And at the end of the year, we'll make fun of us like we did last year. All right. I'm going to start with
What's going on over there?
No, I don't know. He's a kid. He's bored. Dustin.
I don't want.
Leave me alone.
Dustin.
Yeah.
What's your mind-blowing prediction for the season?
You know what? It looks like the ref ruptured his Achilles tendon in this Packers game. Sorry, but yeah, you guys didn't see that behind the scenes stuff
In Brazil.
Yeah. So my mind-blowing prediction. So I know with our new offensive coordinator Grubb, they had a pretty prolific passing game, from what I understand, in college last year. But I think that based on a little bit of the preseason stuff, the way and the personnel we have, the way things are shaping up, I'm going to say Walker is going to be the leading rusher in the NFL this season.
Woo! Mind-blowing.
You're blowing my mind.
Number 1 rusher. I think
Walker,
I think he's going to have a lot of room to run. I think he's going to be able to get a lot done.
Wow.
I have a second one, but I want to see if anybody else says it first. It's kind of a offhanded joke for the second one, but somebody else might actually say it for real.
That was mind-blowing. Will? Blow our mind.
I will see.
Well, first off, I just want to say I hope Dustin is right, because I have K9 on my fantasy team. So
I hope he's right. I think we all hope he's right. He's on our team, yeah.
So my mind-blowing prediction, Seattle will have not only the defensive rookie of the year in Byron Murphy, they will have the defensive player of the year in Devin Withers.
Mind-blowing.
Oh,
You're blowing my mind.
A lot.
I do too. Murphy for rookie of the year, defensive player of the year in Witherspoon.
That would be some
Mercy.
stuff.
That would be something. Little Mo,
Oh,
Yeah. What?
Yes.
do you have a mind-blowing prediction for us?
I have two that kind of go together.
All right.
So I got Jason's going to lead the league in receptions this year.
Mind-blowing. Lead the league.
You're blowing
Yeah.
my
And,
mind.
I'm
Also,
gonna,
like
and then
I'm liking these.
and then I'm gonna say we're gonna have 3 1,000-yard receivers.
3,000. Wow.
You're blowing my mind.
That's
big
good
three.
for Will's quarterback on his team, which is Geno Smith.
Actually, no, just to clarify, three receivers with 1,000 yards, or a receiver going for 3,000 yards.
No,
But I figured that would be mind blowing.
That would be mind-blowing.
Yeah,
Still
it would.
mind-blowing. Three
Might be kind of a record.
1,000. Wow. Woo. Okay, so now for mine. And it's interesting because really it kind of piggybacks off of a couple of you. And, Dustin said you're going to have the
Soccer.
number one rusher. And then, Lil Mo said we have no one receiver. Well, I'm not going that high, but here's where I'm going. We are going to have a team that is going to be top 10 in offense, both in rushing and passing.
I love it. Love
Top
it.
10
That'd be
rushing,
awesome.
top 10 passing.
You're blowing my mind.
Mind
Yeah.
blowing.
Here's my second one.
Okay.
My second one, it was kind of tongue in cheek. I want to see if anybody else is going to say it. Kind of tongue in cheek here. This year, we will finally have the coach of the year. Mike
Nice.
McDonald will do something
Bonus.
Pete Carroll was never able to accomplish.
Which he should have, but yeah,
Yeah, he should have. Absolutely.
absolutely. That would be ironic. That would be ironic in a bad way because Pete deserves at least 5 of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. All right. So we've had the preseason, we've had our mind-blowing predictions, and now it's time to set up our posse prediction challenge. But before we do that, let's end the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, bitches!
All right. Let's get ready to talk about the posse prediction challenge and the score and who's participating and all that fun stuff. And we're going to do that right after this. Remember, you're listening and watching the 12-Man Fan Jam show. Why not? Don't cost nothing. We'll be right back.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
I like it.
It's the second quarter.
Yes, this is your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Island Church of Seahawk Positivity. Welcome to quarter 2 of the first 12-Man Fan Jam show of this season. We're kind of setting things up. We had our mind-blowing predictions last quarter. And this quarter, we're going to talk about our posse prediction challenge. All right, the 2024 Posse Prediction Challenge. Every year we do predictions in the fourth quarter, and we will this one for the game coming up between the Seahawks and the Broncos. But I wanted to kind of introduce the Posse Prediction Challenge and why we do a score prediction, and we do a prognostication, and we do a game ball. So I want to kind of talk about this a little bit. It's been going on for, I think, as long as with 10 years maybe, out of the 12 that we've done this, and we ask people to compete against us for points. And of course, Team Posse is the 4 that you see here. Myself, Will, Little Mo, Dustin, and then you add Statsman Mark, who is going to continue to give us predictions, and you add Maddie from Merry Old England. So that's our 6. And
Tina
then
always loses.
now we're going to introduce you to Team 12. So first up is a guy who I love to mispronounce his name. I call him Josie Rodriguez, but it's actually Jose Rodriguez, who just had a birthday. So happy birthday, Jose. But Jose is going to be on it again.
Happy
birthday. He's been on, I think, since the beginning. Next is author of course, one of our favorite comic strips across the interwebs, Game Buzz. If you're not seeing Game Buzz, Mike Pascal. Mike Pascal will be, and it's been on this show a few times. Woo! Mike is also going to be part of Team 12. Also part of Team 12, another person that's been on this show a lot, especially around draft time, And that's Chris Balding from England, from merry old England. They have their own England man. And that's Chris Balding. And they also have a quality Canadian. He's not Canadian Hawk, but he is my brother from another mother. That is Andy Lindenar. Andy will be participating this year again.
Hey.
And of course, you can't have a posse prediction challenge without Jimmy Foreman. And Jimmy is once again joining us and participating against us. And then we have one different person. Now, this is a person who wasn't on it last year. They took a break, but they're back and they're thrilled to be back and participating. And that is our friend Carrie Payne. So Carrie's on. Carrie, welcome back. And we know you're glad to be back, and we're glad to have you back. So it's Team Posse against Team 12. Now let's go through the rules and regulations so that everybody knows exactly what we're talking about when we do this. Now, here's how we do this. We give you scores. We give you score of the game. We give you prognostication. We give you prediction. Now, our game ball. Scores are real simple. If both teams have your score, if you said 20-17 Seattle and they win 20-17, you get 5 points. Boom. If that
won't happen.
Score, I say 20-17 and the Seahawks win 20-0. Well, I got the Seahawks points. I got 3 points for the Seahawks because I got their score exactly. If there's a differential, so I say 20-17 Seattle. Seattle wins 40-37, but still a 3-point win. I get 2 points for that. If nobody gets any of those other things, then we go with the closest score, and that person will get a point by default. So somebody will get a point during the scoring. Now, when we do our game ball, it's simple. 1 point. You pick a game ball guy, and it's 1 point. We do not allow any opponents. And no quarterbacks this year. We're not doing we're definitely no quarterbacks, just no quarterbacks. Why? Because they touch the ball every time. So they're going to make a big play. So game balls are either you get it or
wait.
Just
yes.
like that.
I have something. If you say the other team's gonna win, are we doing that? You
Then that, my
can't
friend,
do a game ball and
would be a penalty. No, saying the other team's going to win is, and no opponents. What?
Some people do that. Some people do that.
People
They'll say,
well, you know what? You're right. Some people do that. I'm not going to. I didn't put that in the score rules, so I guess you can.
So let's say if they do that, they can't give.
If they do that, they can't give a game ball.
A game ball right on a team.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. If you do that, they get penalized. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
In that case, we'll
positivity, bitches.
We'll throw out the red flag and say you can't. No, illegal for you to give a game ball. That's a good point. Prognostication. Something crazy is going to happen in the game. Someone gets 100 yards rushing. Someone scores a touchdown. 4 sacks, 3 turnovers. Crazy stuff like that within reason. And we want to be unreasonable. We don't want to be, someone's going to run for 20 yards. We know it's got to be something that I go, yeah, that would be interesting if that happened. And it's a point. Either you get it or you don't. So there's that.
Guessing is not allowed.
Yeah.
What's not allowed?
Predicting the coin flip.
Hitting the coin flip.
God, no. I have the right to reserve to throw the flag on any of these at any reason. And I will do that.
Because you're the boss.
Because I'm the boss. All right. So that's our posse prediction challenge. So we don't wish the other team luck. We want to win. We've won what? Well, twice in 10 years, maybe. That's good.
Once in 10 years.
I think it was once.
And Will, what happened?
Pandemic.
We kicked off the pandemic when we won. So, but we'll see what happens this year.
Twice, it's the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
I haven't done one of those
Right,
before.
The 4 horsemen. All right. Well, let's ride into halftime.
Holy shit, it's halftime!
All right. We're getting ready to talk all about the Broncos now. We've set up the game. We've got the season for the 12-man Fan Jam show, the challenge. We've had our predictions, and now it's all about the Broncos from this point forward in the Seahawks. But it is time to get to America's favorite Seahawk halftime trivia game. Of course, I'm talking about halftime 12-man Fan Jam show halftime trivia.
Did you have a stroke? What is going on?
Of the world?
What just happened?
Of the world? Is that what
He just kept going too.
I
and
just
it
kept rolling. I'm going. Now forget. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. 12-man fan jam show halftime
Like Limp
trivia
Bizkit.
of the world.
Professionals. Rolling.
Maybe after this. We'll see. We'll be right
Don't
back.
right, you can do better.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
I love it. I love it. I
Yes, welcome to America's favorite Seahawk-themed trivia game on the internet. I'm referring to 12-Man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia
Of the world.
of the world. The contestants are the posse themselves, Little Mo, Will, and Dustin. And here are the rules. You'll have two sets of questions, 2 rounds of questions, each one worth a point. At any time once during those 2 rounds, you want to remove a wrong answer from your question. We can do one, but not both questions. So once you do that, you're done. At the end, there will be a final question worth 2 points. It's high-low, usually, and it's an amount or a number of some kind. And then if they're tied after that, those who are tied will go into a double secret probation overtime question where the winner will be crowned 12-Man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia of the world champion. So, Dustin, you won last week. You want 1, 2, or 3?
Reds lose.
Reds lose. Yay. You want 1, 2, or 3, Dustin?
One.
Dustin wants 1. Will? 2 or 3? Did you say 3? Oh, 2.
2.
I wasn't looking. I heard somebody say 3. Little Mo gets 3.
I want.
I want.
Please.
Well, good.
I want. All right, Dustin, here's your question.
Okay.
When did the Denver Broncos have their first winning season? Was it 71, 72, or 73?
I'm going to say they're late bloomers and go 73.
Late bloomers. Don't you wish? And you're right.
Nice.
Nice. Dustin's on the board. And there's my
Probably there
rejoicing.
for it, weren't you?
I wasn't even born yet. Your dad was there.
I was 5. Okay,
He was
Will.
the coach.
First time the Seahawks beat the Broncos in Seattle, it was 1979. How many touchdown passes did Jim Zorn throw in that game? 1, 2, or 3? Touchdown passes for Zorny. What'd you say?
2.
Oh, 2, please. I didn't get that. He says 2. And he's right. Oh my gosh. Little Mo. You realize what's
Don't
happening?
worry, I'll screw it up. Don't worry.
In Little Mo, 1995.
Yeah.
Seahawks, the Seahawks beat the Broncos. That's the Seahawks and the Broncos together. It's the Seahawks. The Seahawks and the Broncos played, and the Seahawks won in Seattle. How many rushing touchdowns did you met this guy, Chris Warren, having that game? Lil Mo and I met Chris Warren, didn't we?
Yeah. He was not an asshole. But you know who is an asshole? You know who is an asshole?
Me?
Sean Alexander. Fuck him. Sorry.
Yeah, we have a bad
Okay.
Sean Alexander story, but yeah. But no, yeah, he
Sorry.
Kurt Warner was awesome. But
Sorry.
anyway,
Back Chris
or
Warren.
no, wait, it was Kurt Warner,
Okay,
not
then.
Chris Warren. We haven't met Chris Warren. My bad. We met Kurt Warner. But anyway, how many rushing touchdowns did Chris Warren have in the game in 1995? Is it 2, 3, or 4? Sorry, not Chris Warren because. What do you want, Lomo?
2, please.
2, please.
That was my Will impression.
Yeah, it's wrong. So
Damn it.
didn't work. So as we go to round 2, it is Dustin and Will with 1, Mo with 0. So Dustin, 4, 5, or 6?
4, please.
All right, Will, 5 or 6?
6, please.
5, please.
And little Mo gets 5. All right. All right. Number 4 for Dustin. In 2001, the Seahawks beat the Broncos in Seattle. How many rush touchdowns did Sean Alexander have in that game? 2, 3, or 4?
That was the record-breaking year.
It was a good game, though. I was there.
I was in the Army, away from home. I don't think I saw it.
Okay. Duly noted.
He said 2.
Oh, did you say 2?
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
I also said 2.
And you're right. Dustin has 2 points, Will.
Nice.
What's going on?
What?
Will,
Okay.
your
Oh,
question
yeah.
is this. First time the Seahawks beat the Broncos in Seattle was 1979. No, that's number 2. Sorry, number 6.
It's little Mo's question. He's got 5. I've got 6.
Oh, it's Little Mo's. He's got 5. You're right. I was looking at the last group. Little Mo has 5. Little Mo, you ready? Okay. Seahawks beat the Broncos in Seattle in
Got 5 on
1988.
it.
1988. How many
Yeah.
rush touchdowns? Now, we did meet this guy, Little Mo. How many rush touchdowns did Kurt Warner? And yes, we met Kurt Warner. Have in that game 2, 3, or 4 against the Broncos in Seattle in 1988. Kurt Warner was
Take
a
one away.
machine. Take one away. It's either 2 or 4. Good check.
And that game featured Mr. Largen's finest hour on Mike Harden.
Yes, indeed. That was Sunday night. Was it Sunday night game, wasn't it?
2.
He's going 2.
Yep.
Should have got 4.
Of course.
4 rushing touchdowns. Did I know that was him? You're darn right I knew that was him, is what Largent said about whether they knew it was him or not. All right, number 6, Will. I've got it now.
Wow.
How many AFC West divisions have the Broncos won in their history? 13, 14, or 15?
Oh.
Too many.
Yeah, I know.
Not recently.
Many
though.
at our expense.
Yeah. Take it around.
Take one away.
Yes.
Yes.
It's either 14 or 15.
Unfortunately, it's probably 15.
You going with that?
Yep.
You should have. That's the right answer.
You guys.
Oh man.
So Dustin, Will,
Dang,
Little
you guys
Mo.
suck. I'm so. Yeah.
But Little Mo, you can tie them because you know why? It's time for the final question.
Final question. Yeah.
Question.
Ding.
Yeah.
We can have a 3-prong.
We could. Oh my God, that would be
wait, that's not what I
amazing.
meant.
What? Whoa.
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 What happened?
I think he's like the
Best
Joker
friend,
filming
best
that terrorist video in the
Oh
Dark
my
Knight.
God.
Yeah.
All right. Final question. The order is Little Mo, Will, and Dustin. Little Mo, Will, and Dustin. All right. Here's your question.
Uh-huh.
It's about Super
420.
Bowl. It's about Super Bowl 48. And we've asked a lot of Super Bowl 48
Okay.
questions. This one has never been asked by me before, so I know that. What I want to know is, according to the official timer, the official time, what was the official duration of Super Bowl 48 in hours and minutes from kickoff till the end? And so I'm going to start with
Second.
Little Mo. Little Mo, what you got?
It's like including like halftime and commercials and all that.
I
Right?
didn't make this up, but I'm going to guess probably yes.
I,
I'll give you a clue. It'll be hours,
This is-
minutes.
Most games are about 60 minutes.
well, according to my calculation,
Mhm.
the answer asked.
What you got?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the 2 hours and 27 minutes.
2 hours, 27 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Will?
I'll go 3 hours, 12 minutes.
All right.
Whoa, I should have did that.
2 hours, 27 minutes. 3 hours, 12 minutes. Dustin.
Let's say 3 hours, 13 minutes.
Oh!
You bitch.
Wow. It starts the season off with a bang, doesn't it? 227, 312, and 313. Well, the actual hours and minutes, according to the official people, 3 hours,
The official
23 minutes. That means that Dustin priced his right in his way to a second consecutive championship. Congratulations, Dustin.
Thank you.
He's always piggybacking off my answer.
Always piggybacking.
Sound strategy.
Always prices right it. You have to. That's all. Matt would do that. Matt always does that. He prices right as if he can. So congratulations, Dustin. Wow, what an exciting, full, stomach churning, head splitting, beer drinking, Achilles tearing,
ball busting,
cat licking edition of your 12-man Fan Jam show. Halftime trivia of the world.
Noodling.
All right, coming up, we're done making fun of cats. Coming up, it's about making fun of the Broncos, and that's what we're going to do for the next 2 quarters as your Seahawks get ready to take on the Denver Broncos. So do us all a favor. We'll be right back. Don't you go changing.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
If there's a better use for the internet, I haven't found it.
Holy shit, it's the third quarter!
All right, it's the second half of our 12-Man Fan Jam Show, episode 1204. Seahawks versus Broncos on Sunday, 4:05 Eastern Time, 1:05 out on the West Coast in England, 1924. We don't know. I did want to share with you, if I can, the final question, which you had the answer to, but also the overtime question, because we don't ever get to those. I thought I'd share with you. Overtime question. What was the official temperature at kickoff of Super Bowl 48? Does anybody know?
27.
Yeah, it was cold.
49.
Snow.
49.
Storm.
Remember? And then the next day,
Yeah.
it was like a freaking blizzard.
Oh, it was the next day. It was like okay.
The next day, the people got snowed in.
It was actually pretty nice.
Okay.
It was.
Cold.
Did you go to that, Will?
No, but the sound effects episode they did on that game, John Fox, and he's like, "Man, it's comfortable out here."
Okay.
Goodell's got more pull than I thought he did.
I remember people that went there were surprised because they said it was great, and then they woke up and there was 3 feet of snow on the ground. It's like, wow. I mean, it waited, but they were happily snowed in.
I had a couple of coworkers away, and they said they had a really good time. They thought it was pretty awesome.
That's good.
Obviously.
Well, this is going to be awesome too, because it's going to be Sunday. The Seahawks are 5.5 point favorites. The over and under is at 41.5. We remind you of that. But as we get ready for the game, we like to give you some extra inside information. We start with our injury report with Dr. Dustin. Dr. Dustin, tell us news.
Yeah, so this is a pretty one-sided injury report, to be honest. The Broncos, I'll just cover them first. Nobody's out, nobody's injured, nobody's questionable. They're
Nobody's
full
playing.
Yeah, they are.
But they are the Broncos, so they've got that.
Now, it should be noted that their coach, Sean Payton, has let them play flag football for the last 3 weeks, but
Yeah. It's more, they might have some thumb injuries, but they're all right.
Don't worry,
All
a
right.
check will come in the mail if you hurt someone.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Ooh.
All right. All right. So, back to business.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right. Yeah. So the Seahawks out. One of them, everybody knew that was going to happen because of that block that happened in the last preseason game. Wosu Uchenna, he's out.
Yeah.
Knee injury still. But what's interesting about that is, they expect him to play sometime before week 6 or whatever. I think is earliest he could come back if he was on that. And then Pharaoh Brown, Seahawks royalty there. He's got hurt during the Titans practices that we had, and he has not been able to get back yet, so he's out.
The tight end.
Yep. The only
He
other
was carted off the field though, so it could have been a lot worse, both of them.
Yeah. Very true. One player listed as questionable, but this player also had full participation in practice on last time they practiced, and they fully expect him to play. And that's Tyler Lockett. They had full participation in practice with guys that were listed on the injured reserve or injured list earlier this week. Were Noah Fant, Tyler Lockett, new safety Sean Jenkins Jones had a hamstring thing going on, but they all practiced on Friday and they're all playing. So we're good to go. Pretty healthy.
Yeah. Except you have a hamstring thing going on,
Bro.
which
Did you guys see that Draymond Jones is listed as a linebacker?
Yeah.
On the depth chart?
That's interesting.
That's fun.
I thought he was the wide receiver.
I hate you.
He's a tight end. He hopes to be a wide receiver someday.
Jason Myers backup.
Speaking of which, it's time to look at weather and fashion. And Matty from Merry Old England could not be with us, but he did send us this taped version of the 12-Man Fan Jam Show fashion and weather report. Please enjoy.
Yes, thank you, Moses. First, let me apologize, everyone, for not being able to join you live in person on the show this evening. Believe it or not, I am opening a bridge tomorrow in Lowestoft, in merry old England on the East Coast. Yes, me, I am going to be opening a bridge tomorrow. And yes, I never thought I would use that excuse to miss a show either, but apparently it's happening. Strange times, strange times. Now, over the last few months, first and foremost, weather. We have to deal with weather. Over the last few months, I know that Seattle and its people have suffered from some pretty freaky weather recently. I understand you've had huge thunderstorms, lightning, hail, wind, tornadoes, and most shockingly of all, the occasional warm and sunny period. These are strange climatic times, ladies and gentlemen, strange times indeed. So bereft are you all of news that you can trust about the weather. I have received literally billions of thoughts from residents across the Pacific Northwest who feel abandoned during the off-season. They can't trust the weather forecast they see on television. They're looking for the weather forecast from the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, and specifically from me. So yes, I've heard your pleas, Seattle. I felt them in my core, and I have returned this year to give you the latest game day weather. So I have decided to be entirely unbiased this season out of respect for your upcoming presidential elections because, as you know, I normally use or change the word Fahrenheit into the name of your sitting president, so Trump's or Biden's and all that sort of thing. But seeing that dear old President Biden isn't sure whether he's standing or sitting at the moment, what day it is, or indeed why he has to leave his very comfortable old people's home on Pennsylvania Avenue in November, I'm going to start calling them doodahs until we know who the actual president's going to be, and then we'll go back to the routine. I just think it's out of respect, you know. So for the first game of the season, I have decided to use the time and tested method of forecasting weather. That's correct. I've decided to use welly wanging. Now, for those of you not in the know, where have you been? Firstly, a welly wang is when you stand with your legs apart, holding a Wellington boot. You then swing the Wellington boot through your legs backwards and forwards, getting faster and faster before launching the boot forwards as far as it can go. Now, what I've done is I laid out various weather symbols and temperatures and wind directions and all that good stuff. And I spent a good 20 or 30 seconds wanging my welly as hard as I could across to find out what the weather's going to be like for you guys. And the results are in America, and they are staggering. The weather on Sunday is going to be partly cloudy throughout the game, with temperatures of 75 doodahs, with slight southwesterly winds, about 6 miles an hour. So pretty much good, perfect ball weather, really. Now, what to wear for this game? Well, it's a biggie. It's the first game of the season, and well, did I tell you? I think I did. I may have mentioned it, but I'm opening a huge road drawbridge thingy in a major English town tomorrow morning. I may have mentioned that. So I'm going to be wearing for that a bright high-vis set of trousers, a bright high-vis top, a hard hat, and some very huge clumpy steel toe-capped boots. So in effect, I'm either going to look like a lesbian who fell over in a crayon box and has decided to play with all the highlighters, or I'm going to look like the next lead singer of the Village People. Probably the latter, to be fair. But whatever you want to wear, look, it's football. At the end of the day, you're just going to spill shit down at while you're sitting in the stands. But whatever you're going to wear, just make sure you throw a Hawks jersey over it, and you are good to go. Now, with all that being said, it looks like it's going to be perfect Seahawks weather. So, Moses, back over to you.
All right, that was interesting. It's interesting to know that he mentioned he's building.
Brought a tear to my eye.
I know he's changed. For those who, a little recap here, he's changed his temperatures. Instead of Biden's or whatever, he's made them doodahs due to the fact that it's election year. And until a president is really figured out, he's going to call them doodahs. So our temperature is 75 doodahs going into the game. And that and of course he talks about 3 or 4 times he is out of here because he's opening a bridge tomorrow. I don't know. England's a weird place, but that being said, we go to another person who's not with us, but gave us information every week. It is time to look at those numbers with Statsman Mark.
He is alive, though.
He is alive. The Statsman alive will send me, as he always does, Brick's picks. And he wanted to wish everybody well. Said, hope you're all doing well. And he has 3 games he likes to pick. So he's 0-0 right now because we haven't started. But he does like the Steelers getting 3.5 at Atlanta.
Actually, he's somehow 0-3 even at this point.
Exactly, probably, yeah. Probably.
Batting 500 right now.
Steelers 3.5. He likes them as an underdog on the road in Atlanta. He likes the Titans as an underdog under the road in Chicago, 4 points. And the only home favorite he took was the Buccaneers, 3.5. That's not enough against the Commanders. So again, Steelers plus 3.5 at Falcons, Titans plus 4 at Bears, and Buccaneers minus 3.5 at home against the Commanders. So that is Statsman Mark, and now it's time to go to church. Yes, this is your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity, back with you all again. How are you all doing?
We're good.
That's wonderful.
Happy to be back.
So enthusiastic, this group. It really is. It's so good to see you all. It's too bad Maddie's not here. I hear he's looking for another chair, that poor fella. He just can't keep chairs. He just breaks them and breaks them. But if you've been on the show, you know what I'm talking about. There's Will. Hi, Will. Well, it's good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad we could pull you away from playing with your pussy long enough to talk some football. But I see my son has that problem, but we won't go there. Dustin is here as well. Dustin. Oh, Dustin.
Yeah.
Don't worry, son. I'm sure that other ball's going to drop soon, and you will get a Brosford soon. I'm just praying for you, my friend. And sweet little Mo. Sweet, salty little Mo. Sweet and salty. He's like our own little kettle corn. He's sweet and he's salty. So here we are, gentlemen. Another wonderful season. Another chance to move towards the promised land. And as we move forward, we must stay focused in the warm glow that is Seahawk positivity. A reading from the book of the 2024 NFL season, chapter 1, verse 7 to 14. And so it came to pass that they did head down towards the promised land in a new direction. For now, it was McDonald who had this farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old McDonald did not take over. He took over and he began to lead us unto the promised land. But as we were led, we did see the approaching of those who are a mile high. Those horses needed some busting, and yea, we did bust those Broncos and send them back home bitter and defeated. And there was much rejoicing. Friends, this is the word, my brethren. We are moving forward, my brethren, forward, bigger and better things. Oh, we can feel the power of Seahawk positivity. Can you feel it? Can you feel it within you? If you can feel it, let's hear an amen nice and loud.
Man.
Wow.
Amen.
Excellent. Wow, you guys are pulling it great. Here we go. If you believe in the power to give our defense the ability to make Bo Nix thinks he should spend some more time in college football like he hasn't spent enough. Let's hear an amen nice and loud. Man.
Amen.
If you believe in the power to give our offense the ability to score more than John Elway at a horse face competition, let's hear it amen nice and loud. He got the long face.
Amen.
I don't know if you noticed his long face. We are proud and proud, my brethren. Yes, it's Denver. They haven't been reverent since Uptown Funk debuted on the top 10 in music. And they're about to get funked up, if you know what I'm saying, because Uptown's not going to funk them up. It's going to be Seattle going to funk them up. This has been your church. This has been your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the Church of Seahawk Positivity. Go forth, my brethren. Go out and spread the good word of Seahawk positivity. Praise Large and praise Cortez. Praise Walter Jones. Praise Kenny Easley. Go Hawks, and we'll be back with our predictions, prognostications, and game balls for that game between your Seahawks and those Broncos. And that's coming up right after this.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
It's the fourth quarter, bitches!
Welcome to the fourth and final quarter of the episode 1204, or 1204, the Bronco busting edition of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show. Little Mo, who you got there?
We got my cat named Carl.
Carl. Oh.
He's a very young kitty.
All right, we like to call him Carl. If you're a Walking Dead fan, you know what that means.
Yep.
He does try to leave the house without permission, but they catch him. He's getting big, Little Mo. He's getting a full speed cat. Everybody's got a cat in this picture.
I think 3 he's 3 or 4 months old.
And then, 3 or 4 months. Dustin, you had a cat that you were showing earlier, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's running around somewhere. His name's Wicket. We named him after an Ewok from Star Wars.
Nice. Will, and of course, April.
Yep.
April's made her appearance.
Yes.
And then we actually have a cat here, a white cat who's deaf, so he won't come when I call for him. But his name's Snowball, and
hearing cats won't come when you call for me. So
that's true. That's a good point. He's very loud though, because he doesn't know how loud he is when he meows. Like, I was like, okay, buddy, we hear you, but he can't hear us. Anyway, enough about cat stories. Let's talk about Broncos and Seahawks this Sunday at 4:05 Eastern Standard Time. 105 on the West Coast in England. I don't know. Look it up. Seahawks are 5.5-point favorites, and they over and under is at 41.5. But before we go through our predictions, we have a couple of things that we want to talk about. First one is my new feature that I'm going to do. Remember last year I did my drinks, and then I did famous food from wherever, and that actually went pretty well. I was pleasantly surprised. So I decided to challenge myself this year and go with a pizza theme. All right, so here's how this works. We're playing Denver, and as you know, Denver is known for its Denver omelet. I don't know if you know what Denver omelet is, but if you look up a Denver omelet, it's onions, it's peppers, it's ham, it's egg, it's cheese. So I put all that on a pizza. This is a Denver omelet pizza. So basically what this is it's what I do is a little biscuit and they flatten the biscuits and make pizzas out of them, right? So I got pizza sauce, I got onions
And biscuits.
and green peppers and ham and mozzarella cheese. And I hate peppers and onions. So this is gonna be an interesting taste here because this piece right here, right in the front, you can see there's all kinds of egg goodness here. So here we go.
On them.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm
Mayonnaise in the future on the show?
no.
Why
No, we're
not?
not.
Mayonnaise pizza.
It's not bad, but
White sauce.
it's not good. It's not bad, but it's not good. Because now,
That was all the
well, I had the pepper and the onion and the ham and the cheese and I had even the pizza sauce. And then so I was like, okay, this is all right. And all of a sudden the egg says, "Hey buddy, how's it going?" Oh no. Don't put egg on your pizza, people. So I'm gonna give that about a 6 out of 10 because it wasn't.
Are you gonna put pineapple? You got pineapple on one of yours?
No, next week is the Patriots. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and fill you in with this one. Next week is the Patriots, and I'm going to put baked beans on a pizza, so that should be just delightful.
That's gonna be a soggy pizza.
But remember, this year we play Detroit, so Detroit pizza. I love Detroit pizza. Chicago pizza. Are you kidding? New York pizza twice. I'm
nice. Okay.
And then you get crap like this Denver omelet pizza, which wasn't bad, but I didn't have to spit it up at least.
Wait, we faced both New York teams this year?
Yeah.
Lit.
Yeah. So that's my pizza of the week based on the opponent. And now it's time for Little Mo to show us what he did when he simulated this game in Madden. It's Little Mo's Madden Challenge.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hello.
look who's got a part on the show. Say what?
I completely
forgot. I
I
feel bad for Will because like the last 3 or 4 shows we haven't done the news. I'm sorry, Will.
Yeah. Well, hey, no news is good news, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We talk about Jamal Adams being hurt.
That's true.
Bro.
Anyways.
That's hardly news, though.
That's hardly news.
It's just sort of.
All right, guys. Okay, here we go. On the Seahawks' first possession, they got the ball first. So there's that. The Seahawks. It ends with a touch. JSN. Pretty good.
Like
Touchdown pass. 7-0
Nice.
Seahawks.
All right.
Then the Dolphins. The Broncos come down and tie it. 7-6 touchdown pass.
That guy.
Boo.
Then Geno Smith with a 50-yard bomb to JSN.
Oh, hold my
Makes
beer.
Makes it full. And then the start of the second quarter begins with a Jerome Baker interception. Pretty good. That's us. It's our team.
Clarifying.
Yep. Appreciate
Sure
it.
he is.
And then it's interesting because this guy, not only did he steal someone's spot, but he also took his number.
Right.
The touchdown. 21-7 with 14 seconds in the second quarter. So at halftime, it is 14-7. 21-7. Excuse me.
Liking it so far.
I thought it was cool. Not only did he take his spot, but he also took the number 1 from the Eskridge.
It's kind of cold.
That's kind of funny. Yeah.
It's kind of cold.
And the 2-yard rushing touchdown makes it 28-7.
Woo!
Seahawks fumble. It was recovered by some player. I'm not even trying to say his name. It's not me. And then Jerome Baker with his second interception of the start of the fourth quarter.
And that's a good thing, right?
He's on us.
All right.
He's on
28. The Seahawks win 28-7.
Yeah.
Mother
28-7.
Stats for the game: Geno 17 for 25, 298 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Bo Nix in his first career start, 18 for 31, 195 yards, 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions.
Nice.
Play, especially for rookie quarterbacks.
I like that.
With a beast of a defensive last year.
Yeah.
Rushing, Kenneth Walker had 24 rushes for 101
Walker went for 100
yards and a touchdown. But did not have much of a running game, and actually, the starting running back got hurt, which I didn't even know I had injuries on. So there you go.
There you go.
Broncos leading receiver for 67 yards, and then JSN for the Seahawks had 4 receptions for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. DK had 4 for 58, and Laviska Shenault had 2 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, Jigba is pretty awesome on Madden this year.
Yeah. And then the leading tackler for each team for the Seahawks, it was Tyrell Dodson. And then for the, I don't even know he played for them. For the Broncos, Cody Barton.
Cody Barton.
Yes, you did. I knew you were going
Barton.
with that.
I did not know he played for them. I thought he was on the
about that.
Commanders. Commies.
Yeah.
Noise.
So short for loss. And then Jerron Reed with 1.5 sacks.
Good for
a
him.
sack for Boye Mafe, half a sack for Jerome Baker. And then Jerome Baker had 2 interceptions. There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got the new Madden not too long ago, and I started playing. I played the whole preseason, the first regular season game, and the second one. There are a lot of beers involved. I got through the first 4 games and pretty much kicked everybody's ass. Miami gave me some problems.
Oh, yeah.
That could have been the beer.
Well, also speed is especially mattered.
Yeah. I'm like halfway through that game. I quit.
Right.
I was frustrated.
Well, thank you, Lil Mo. Thank you, Lil Mo, for that report. And now we'll go to our predictions. First, with Team 12. Jose.
That's all.
God. I could have been here before.
Trying
Jose
to figure
says
out which
20
guy's our guy.
24-13 Hawks game ball. JSN pronostications. Seahawks get 3 sacks. Wait a minute. Seahawks get 3 sacks, and I celebrate my birthday. I hope all
the
is.
other team.
I hope it probably hangover. So he has birthday and hangover coming up. Mike,
You did too.
yeah, Mike Pascal. Seahawks 20. Ponies 17. Game ball to DK prediction. The Hawks make 3 or more field goals. That would make Little Mo so happy.
Hopefully it's not over 40 yards, because if it's over 40 yards, we're screwed.
I know. Chris, score. Seahawks 27. Donkeys 16. Prognostication. Murphy gets his first sack in opening game. Game ball to JSN. This is the way. Andy, Seattle 35, Donkeys 21. Geno, 3 touchdowns, game ball to DK, and he took my line. Book it. Jimmy, this is a huge day for the Hawks. New team, new era. I think the Hawks come out smoking, especially on the ground. Hawks win 27-13. Prognostication. K9 over 100 rushing yards. Game ball to JSN. Side note, F Sean Payton, seriously. I don't want to seriously F Sean Payton. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Most overrated coach.
Yeah, just want to subscribe to his OnlyFans.
Agreed. Carrie starts up. Guess who's back? Back again. She's excited. She's back. Hello, 12-man fan jam Shan. Let's get the party started. Seahawks 24, Denver 17. DK has his first touchdown of the season in the second quarter. DK is my game ball, and it's not just because I met him this summer. What?
Ooh.
Carrie, do tell.
What?
You know, I keep the music handy. All right.
Yeah.
That's Team 12. And now it's on
Good
to
that
Team
story.
Posse. Maddie. Seahawks 24, Broncos 16. Game ball, Charbonnet, prognostication. Broncos will not score until the second half. And then Statsman Mark sent me his. One moment, please, because I have to draw his.
You got that little twang.
on it.
Prognostication. Team won't score till the second half. I don't think we've had that one before. I like it.
I don't think we've had that one. Hold on here.
No, get it together.
I just watched the Packers have two guys shift at the same time, going opposite directions. They're a disaster. That's funny. They're winning though.
At least they don't have that tackle from the Ravens who got called for illegal formation about 85 times.
Yeah, you couldn't figure out farther up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really difficult adjustment.
Well, and then the tackle for the Chiefs, every play was offside to square.
Yeah, that's backfield, and he doesn't get flagged, but the guy from Baltimore did. So
yeah. And then the late hit out of bounds situation was weird.
All right, here we go. I'm ready.
52 for the tackle technique there that I'm sure is going to get outlawed.
Here we go.
I was just watching that quarterback son. He grabbed him, and you know how you're not allowed to put your weight on the quarterback.
Yeah.
So he threw his shoes and then sat down. And that's how he tackled him. Then he landed on his legs. He's gonna break a leg doing that. So that's gonna get banned too now. Let's watch.
All right, we're ready.
All right. Statsman Mark says Seahawks season record. I'm predicting 9-8. Not predicting playoffs, but it wouldn't shock me. Love our new head coach approach so far. Week 1, Seahawks 27-16. JSN 100 yards receiving. Gay ball to Byron Murphy. And
no one asked for all that.
I know. Little Mo, what you got?
Yeah.
What you got?
Did Matt not send you his thingy?
Oh, yes, he did. Would you like your Matt's 4 years?
Oh, he sends Dennis this thingy often.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt, 24-16 Seahawks game ball. Charbonnet, prognostication, Broncos will not score in the second half. We've done this. Where were you?
Yes.
Pick up, Little Mo. All right. All right, give us our score, prediction, game ball, prognostication, all that good stuff, Little Mo.
What are we doing?
Could you do math again?
What time is it? Oh, no,
maybe this time with an accent.
Today, please.
The Seahawks winning 27-10 over them Denver Broncos football program.
Okay. Prognostication?
And then at least 3 sacks. 3 or more sacks. Ball sacks.
All right.
And then I will go with game ball, DK Metcalf of them football program.
All right. I don't know why you're talking like that, but all right.
Hook 'em horns, brother.
Oh, brother. That's why you're watching that. All right, Dustin. Hi, Dustin.
Going with the Texas accent.
Good to see you again, Dustin.
Hey.
What
yeah, good to be back. It's fun. It's football season again.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to stay to 17 Seahawks. I don't think the defense is going to quite be where we want it to be, but I think the offense is going to be pretty good.
What was your score? What, 17?
Now they have a lot of 27-17.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's going to take a couple of seasons before McDonald gets the defense where he wants it to be. 16's a fair amount of points to give up. Still pretty good. Better than last year for us.
Look at his face.
So, so like I said, I think the game ball is gonna, for me anyways, is gonna go to Byron Murphy. I think he's gonna like Miley Cyrus and come in like a wrecking ball. Get going.
I hope he won't be naked.
Hopefully pay off his OnlyFans.
Yeah, that would be
stuff
bad.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that prognostication. I'm gonna go with because I think Walker's gonna end up leading the league in rushing. I'm gonna say he's gonna have 100+ rushing yards.
Okay.
Game 1.
All right. Good deal. I will.
Hi, Moses. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. I say the Seahawks win. My game ball is going to go to K9. I think Walker's going to have a good game, just like Dustin does. And my prognostication is 3 turnovers in this game.
All right. What was your score? What was your score again?
27-16.
Thank you.
Sorry, 27-13.
27-13. All right. All right. I guess it's my turn.
It's like look at this. Decided to make a. It's all backwards. Somewhere he's.
At least he's not using the litter box back there.
He's behind me.
There he is. Nope. He just said when you did that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the Cowboy fans are crowing about how great their team is. And the Arizona Cardinals have not been officially eliminated from playoff contention yet. So that can only mean one thing. We are starting another NFL season. Seahawks left last season. Not only were they just barely above 500, but they were 21st in offense and 30th in defense. I haven't seen numbers that disappointing since the opening weekend, since Borderlands opened, but we won't go into that. Look it up, kids. It was bad. And losing money, just like our team last year. This caused the Seahawks to look at a new direction, hire Mike McDonald, who here describing the picture I have here is him describing his dream girl for some reason, who comes to Seattle as the new young thing in the NFL. Is he the next McVay or is he the next Erickson? Time will decide. As sad as it was in Seattle last year, the Broncos were even worse and sadder. Last season, they avoided double-digit losses for only the second time in 7 seasons. In fact, the Broncos haven't seen the playoffs since 2015. Uptown Funk was at the top of the charts, and The Force Awakens was in the theater the last time the Broncos made it to the playoffs. Let that sink in a little bit. Wow. The Broncos are led by
and how many different starting quarterbacks have they had since then? Jesus.
Right. The Broncos are led by Sean. I wish I had a quarterback named Peyton. Shown here, mistaking Russell Wilson for a Make-A-Wish kid at the Broncos press conference. He's cleaned house. They're looking forward to the future and have put their reins into the hands of rookie Bo Nix. Bo is a 24-year-old rookie. We often call 24-year-old rookies doctor, but I digress. Bo played 5 full seasons in the NCAA, had over 15,000 yards passing in his college career. His wife, it should be pointed out, is former Auburn cheerleader Izzy Smoke, which is one of the best names I've ever heard. That's right, guys. The quarterback got the cheerleader again, if you're wondering. Actually, her name Izzy Smoke is a convenient because she and Bo, if they ever need extra money, she can help out with her name. I'll just let you imagine what Izzy Smoke would do for a living to help out. There's no word if she's related to Richard Smoke or Up in Smoke, but the Broncos hope the season is not up in smoke.
That's a dad joke.
As they look to return to their winning ways of decades past, but not this week. Watch Denver have not 1, not 2, but 3 turnovers. Watch my game, Paul DK Metcalf carve up the Broncos defense like a Denver omelet. Oh, Sean, you never should have left the booth. The Seahawks win this by a score of Seattle Seahawks 24, Denver Broncos 13. Okay. All right. Well, it has been another wonderful 12-man Fan Jam show. We hope you've enjoyed wasting some time before the game, listening to us spout off a little bit and have a little fun. We hope you learned a little something. I learned something. I learned eggs and pizza don't belong together. So on behalf of the posse that you see here and the posse that you don't.
Common sense.
And the people that contribute to this show that you don't see, that contribute
in
many ways. This is your
posse.
And all the cat.
And all the posse on Broadway.
That's
wet pussy.
God. This is your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Church of Seahawk Positivity. Say until next time, as always, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Do not ever put egg on pizza. I'm just saying. Bad idea.
Is that kind of
Maybe
common
hash
sense?
browns. I don't know. Maybe hash browns.
Yeah.